Hello and welcome to Victorian Snippets. It's Happy New Year time again, and nobody rocked the New Year with more enthusiasm than the Victorians. Queen Victoria herself was a great fan of Hogmanay, as the last day of the year was known in Gaelic tradition, and she insisted that special attention be paid to the customs of gift giving and first footing. Now, first footing literally means the first person that crosses your threshold on New Year's Day. And that person better be bearing gifts. The gift, meant to ensure a prosperous and healthy New Year, should be a gift of bread, salt, coal, whiskey, food, or greenery. Of course, jewelry worked well too. In addition to bearing an appropriate gift, the first footer would also ensure a happy new year if he were good looking. Traditionally, Victorian young ladies preferred tall, dark, and handsome men as first footers, as blonde men were generally considered bad luck. This superstition was probably a throwback to ancient Nordic invaders, those Vikings. New Year's Day was also the day to wipe out all social obligations from the previous year. So there were many visits from family and friends, and wealthy families opened their doors to one and all and provided huge and very elaborate spreads of food and drink. And of course, everyone was dressed in their finest clothes. For young people, this was an especially important day, as it was the day for calling. Women and boys under the age of 10 stayed home, while gentlemen and eligible bachelors visited houses. They would leave their calling card to indicate they had visited and would be interested in calling again. They could not politely leave without having a drink, usually heavily spiked punch or eggnog, and as gentlemen usually called between 30 and 100 houses. This was probably the beginning of the New Year's hangover. As with all things Victorian, rules, superstitions, and customs abounded surrounding this somewhat raucous celebration. Firstly, Victorian houses had to be cleaned prior to New Year's. One had to take out the trash and make sure the hearth was clean so that a new fire could be made. Also, laundry was not to be done on New Year's. No one should work on New Year's Day, and everyone should have some money in their pocket, even small children. A new piece of clothing should be worn or risk bad luck. Lastly, lit candles should not be taken outside, and bells should be rung at midnight to chase away evil. Oh, and one last thing. Throw a cake, preferably an old gifted fruit cake, against the door to ensure a year without hunger. Now, let's all link arms in a circle and sing Auld Lang Syne, another Hogmanay custom. See you next time.